What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today we're checking out the Digimon card game starter deck Parallel World Tactician, whose main strategy is to bring out Manjoume and Lady Devimon, and then DNA Digivolve them into Mastimon. And we'll check all the cards that come within it. Although if you want to see exactly what is in it, it's kind of already written on the box. So there's no surprises here. There's no promos, there's no packs. This is exactly what you get right here, along with a memory gauge card, 2 of them, so player 1, player 2 side, and an index card set of 3 cards, and it's just the rules of how to play the game. Instead of having like a manual, you just have these cards. Pretty simple. The 3 types of Digimon cards, or cards in the Digimon card game, are the Digimon cards themselves, Digi-Egg cards, which are separate, and the option cards. One thing that this does not come with, it does not come with any tamers. So you don't have anything like memory setters or any kind of cool effects that come into play. So this deck may struggle with keeping up with memory. But let's check it out. I got this in a big group of cards that I had gotten, and this is really the last item of that collection that I have not checked out so far. Now I know there are, I think, at least 1 or 2 really good cards in this set, aside from the main gimmick of this set. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that, since this set is the Mastimon set, that is a deck, and this version, I think, you might do it as a 1, maybe 2 off, but you're not running it at 4. You're using one of the other ones that are just, I think, playing better. So starting off, we have 4 Nyarumons. When attacking, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, draw 1, and if you do, trash 1 card in your hand. So that literally tells you right there that you're running this in a purple, because it's purple, and yellow deck because of the effect. And of course, it's easiest to pull off when the Digimon that you're going on top, digivolving this into, is also a yellow, or even just a yellow, because it doesn't have to agree with this color all the way at Mega or Ultimate or even Champion. And you know what? Even Rookie, as long as there's ways for it to digivolve from this to that, it doesn't have to be the same. Then we have, which I think is, oddly enough, one of the stars of the show, for better or worse, we have Salamon, who's a vanilla, other than its end of turn inheritable lets it DNA digivolve. So that is good, but the fact that it does nothing else is kind of a bummer, because a lot of stuff in, say, an Imperial Dramon deck, they'll at least have some kind of on-play ability to search for something. Then at the end of the turn, blah blah blah, you digivolve it up, it would be able to DNA digivolve. Speaking of vanilla, we have the most vanilla of vanillas. We have 4 Lopmon, who, to be fair, you can digivolve it from yellow or purple, which is pretty versatile. But yeah, it is just a beat stick, a 4K beat stick with no effects either on play when it's out or even when you digivolve from it. And yeah, that's actually all of the yellow rookies. Now let's get into the yellow champions. We have 2 copies of Gatomon. This one's actually pretty rad. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 yellow and 1 purple among them. Place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order. So you could technically play this in a just yellow deck, just as a searcher for yellow. Of course, you're not getting the main benefit since this is a dual colored card. During your turn, when this Digimon would digivolve into an Archangel or Fallen Angel, you can reduce the cost. So while this second ability may not play into a, say, DNA digivolving set, I mean, that first effect maybe could. I'm not sure how many yellows you're running in that particular set, but I think it could maybe come in handy. But its end of turn ability lets it also DNA Digivolve, which again plays into that gimmick. Speaking of, you actually do get a full set of Manjoume. And that's pretty rad. She only has an on play ability. One of your opponent's Digimon gains security -2 till the end of the opponent's next turn. So it has 2 less checks. So to overcome it, they'd have to somehow get a +3. Because if they get a +2, that -2 goes to 0. So you'd have to become positive to even do 1. Then it's inheritable. Your turn, while you have a purple in play, this Digimon gets security +1. So again, it's always, hey, I'm purple, but if I have a yellow, or if I'm a yellow, but if I have a purple, we get some cool stuff. And I'm gonna skip Mastimon because it's kind of like the boss. So we're gonna get into the purple Digimon, and we have 4 copies of Ghostmon. During your opponent's turn, while you have a yellow in play, it becomes a blocker. So by itself, it's not. So in any other, I guess, purple deck, this isn't really useful. And we only have 2 copies of this guy here, who is Tsukaimon. On play, reveal the top 3 of your deck, add 1 Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel in the traits among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. So this is very similar, and I think this is probably on purpose, to Patamon and its different iterations. So that's obviously kind of what they're going for here. Next up, we have a full set of Witchmon, who in your security, you would be able to play it without paying the memory cost, which is not too bad. You know, we've seen that before, and this is kind of viable. On play, return 1 purple level 5 or lower Digimon from your trash to your hand. That's actually not bad, especially because in a purple deck, you are getting rid of and discarding a lot of cards. And bringing back a level 5 or lower could end up being pretty cool, because this even works when it's in security. Gets hit, oh, it gets played, oh, it just got the on-play ability. So that's actually pretty cool of an ability, and you get the full set. Can't complain. Next up, we have what should be like a really good generic kind of support for the deck. We have 4 Wizardmon, who can Digivolve from yellow or purple, and is itself yellow or purple, but it is just vanilla through and through, but it's so generic that it lends itself to the playstyle of, well, I can go to this route or this route. Now we have 2 Bastimons. Then we have 2 Bastimons. On play, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. That can be useful, although being only level 3, you're kind of stuck to rookies. And if they've climbed up any higher than that, that's not going to do anything. Now we have 4, count them, 4 of the Lady Devimon. So your polar opposite, or the purple to Manjoume's yellow. This one, however, doesn't have an on-play ability, rather it's an when Digivolving ability. You may trash 1 card in your hand to reveal the top 3 cards of the deck. Add 1 yellow and 1 purple with Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel in their traits among them to your hand. Place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order. So this thing, you trash a card, and then you reveal the top 3. So you're looking for, ideally, if you're Digivolving into this, you're looking either for that Manjoume or for the Mastimon, because they would then be within the categories listed. Oh. And the first mega we'll go over is 4 copies of Junomon, who you have to keep in mind, all the angel things we're talking about here, Junomon is a Shaman / Olympos 12, so does not count for any of that. It is purple, and it is pretty versatile in this deck in that you can go off of an ultimate who is yellow or purple. So that's pretty rad, but that's about it. Although it does have retaliation, so if your opponent can get over it, which it's fairly strong at 11k, not that strong, but strong enough, I suppose. It's a mega after all. It does have retaliation, so if it's going down, it's taking someone down with it. And that's what I do like about the purple set. When Digivolving, trash the top 3 cards of your deck, then return 1 Digimon card from your trash to your hand. So recycling is really good, and it kind of helps you pick any one Digimon card. Hopefully you didn't get rid of some options that you would have otherwise needed. Now the last Digimon card, and you probably already know, is going to be Mastimon, who has DNA Digivolving from a level 5 yellow plus yellow 5 purple. You can't individually go into this from one or the other, but it will cost you 5. If you're DNA Digivolving, it costs 0, and it basically becomes a new Digimon, so it comes in unsuspended and can attack when Digivolved. When Digivolving, place 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from your trash on top of your security stack face down. When DNA Digivolving specifically, you may search your security stack for 1 level 5 or lower Digimon and play it without paying its memory cost. Then shuffle the stack. All turns, when you play another Digimon using an effect, delete one of your opponent Digimon whose level is equal to or less than the level played of that Digimon. So that's pretty cool. That's your boss monster. It does have 11k, which being a DNA Digivolve, it's cool. It makes sense. And I do appreciate that it actually is stronger, because that the Shaman Junimon is a little on the weaker side. So 13k, not bad. Speaking of not bad, we have 2 copies of Chaos Degradation, the signature attack of Mastimon. It does cost 8, but the main is place one of your opponent's Digimon face down at the top or bottom of the security stack, and if you do, trash the top card of their security stack. So if you're getting rid of something huge, you can then get rid of it. Then the security effect is you may place one of your opponent's Digimon face down top or bottom of their security stack. Now, the only thing that makes it worse is that you don't then trash it. So its main effect is way better just because you basically just delete it without deleting it. Otherwise, it just kind of places it there. And you know what? Your opponent gets 1 more security, but at least you're out 1 big problem. Next up, we have 4 copies of Darkness Wave, which I'm going to assume is the signature attack of Lady Devimon, just based on the artwork there. Main, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, return 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from your trash to your hand. Security activated its main effect, so you just do it again. Or you would just be able to do this effect. Then the last 4 cards is 4 copies of Night Raid. Play 1 purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Any on-play effects do not activate. That's kind of what Manjoume does, I guess. He just brings in his underlings. Then the security is doing the same thing. Here are the memory gauges, and no, yeah, they're really cool. And you just get 1 of each, and then when you're playing against someone, you get this. And then, you know, that really works. I like it because it shows both of them. And even, I like how it's, the number color is inverted. So Manjoume's is purple and Lady Devimon's is yellow. So pretty cool. And we have the cards that show you how to play. That's about it. Well guys, that's it for the Digimon card game starter deck Parallel World Tactician. If you want to stay up to date with my videos and live streams both YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now guys. Manjoume out.